Check. 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 Dear children, have you finished your homework? Have you completed your classwork? Already yesterday we have seen the factors which are affecting the climate. Today we are going to see seasons. Let us start the class. What is season? A season is a division of the year marked by changes in weather. The season will be the particular time, particular period, not only in the only one day, it will be the particular period. 3 months same season will be there, or 2 months same season will be there. That is called a season. Some seasons are there. In India, there are 4 seasons. The first one is winter season. It starts from January to February. Summer season from March to May. Southwest monsoon or rainy season June to September. And fourth one is northeast monsoon season October to December. It is given in the book page number 146. And the class starts, you have to keep the books and notes. Page number 146. Okay, one more time. Winter season starts from January to February. Summer season starts from March to May. Southwest monsoon or rainy season starts from June to September. And northeast monsoon season starts from October to December. These all are the 4 seasons in India. The first, winter season. When you see the picture, you can understand about the winter season. Winter season means Kulir Kalam. December month, the cold weather will be there. Yes or no? So that is winter season time. What is winter season? Winter season is the coldest period of the time in polar and temperate zones. It happens after autumn and before spring in each year. So this is called the winter season. Book page number 146. During this period, the vertical rays of the sun falls over Tropic of Capricorn, which is far away from India. Hence, India receives the slanting sun's rays, which results in low temperature. So, winter season time, India gets only the slanting sun rays. It is not getting the vertical sun rays. That's why in India, vertical sun rays will not appear in the India. That's why the winter season time the temperature is very low. The rain during this season generally occurs over the western Himalayas, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So winter season time in Tamil Nadu, you know that we get rain. As I know, in December month, November month we get rain. Western disturbances cause rainfall in Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh and snowfall in the hills of Jammu Kashmir. Already Jammu Kashmir is the coldest place, as I know. So when the winter season comes, the temperature will be very low in Jammu Kashmir. It is because the snowfall comes. Okay, Pani Poliv. Already we have seen in the picture winter season how it will be there. Like that, it will be there in the Jammu Kashmir. This rainfall is very useful for cultivation of winter wheat. So, Punjab and Haryana, they cultivate wheat. In India, most of the areas, most of the people, they use wheat because wheat is one of the important food. So, the winter season is the good climate for the cultivation of wheat. Then the next one is summer season. What is summer season? Veil kalam, kodai kalam. Yes or no? From the word we can understand that temperature will be too high in the summer season time. Summer season is the season between spring and fall. In the summer, the weather is usually warm and hot. Summer season time, the temperature will be too high, so weather condition will be very hot. During this season, the vertical of the sun falls over the peninsular India. Hence, there is a steady increase in temperature from south to north. It is practically hot and dry in the entire country in the initial part of the season. During this season, temperature starts increasing all over the country, and by April, the interior parts of South India record mean daily temperature reaching about 40 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. That is the high temperature. Yes or no? So the interior parts of the India, those places gets the temperature 40 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Central India landmass becomes hot with daytime maximum temperature reaching about 40 degree. Because of the atmospheric pressure conditions, the wind blows from southwest to northeast direction in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. They bring pre-monsoon showers to the west coast during the month of May. So, in the summer season time, because of the atmospheric pressure condition, the winds blow from southwest to northeast direction in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. They bring pre-monsoon showers to the west coast during the month of May. There are few thunder showers called mango showers, which helps in quick ripening of mangoes along the coast of Kerala and Karnataka. So in Kerala and Karnataka, in the summer season time, they produce more mangoes because of the thunder showers, which is called the mango showers. All the mangoes can ripe very fast in this season. So these thunder showers are called mango showers. And nor'westers are kalpashakish. These all are the local storms with thunder that blow from northwestern part and rain lasting for short duration. It occurs over the eastern and northeastern parts over Bihar, West Bengal and Assam during April and May. So this nor'westers means local storms. Okay, it's blow from northwestern part. So what are the places are there in the northwest side? Those places get the very less rainfall because of the nor'westers, which is called the Kalpashakish in those places. And the next one is southwest monsoon or rainy season. It starts from June to September. Rainy season. You know that when the rainy season will come, you all people will expect when the announcement will come, today holiday or school, like that we will think. Yes or no? Because some days rain will be very high, some days very less rain will be there. Yes or no? What is rainy season or southwest monsoon season? The rainy season, also called the wet season, is the time of the year when a region of average rainfall occurs. In India, the rainy season starts in June and ends in September. Along with the looming clouds, the rainy season is characterized by high humidity and strong winds. Humidity means ஈரப்பதம். Strong winds means வேகமான காற்று. When the strong winds comes, that time the clouds will be joined together and the rain will come. So the rainy season means we can identify by the high humidity and strong winds. The southwest monsoon is the most significant features of the Indian climate. The onset of the southwest monsoon takes place normally over the southern tip of the country by the first week of June. Advances along the Konkan coast in early June and covers in the whole country by 15th July. The monsoon is influenced by global phenomena like El Nino. You have studied about El Nino in 9th standard. Okay, it is because of southwest monsoon. So this is one of the important feature of the Indian climate. Southwest monsoon season map is given. You see there? The winds blow from south side, and it reaches towards to the west side. From the right side you have to see, you see there? It starts from the south side and reaches to the west side, and left side also starts from the south side and reaches to the west side. That's why it is called southwest monsoon season. Okay, so what are the places are there in the west side? From south to west, when the winds blow, those places gets the rainfall. Burst of monsoon. What is burst of monsoon? The sudden approach of monsoon wind over South India with lightning and thunder is termed as the break or burst of monsoon. And one is northeast monsoon. The northeast monsoon blows from land to sea. It is caused mainly by the western disturbances and eastward moving rain bearing wind system that originates beyond Afghanistan and Iran, picking up moisture from as far as the Mediterranean Sea over the Atlantic Ocean. So when you see the picture, you see there the arrows, it refers to the blows of the winds. It comes from the north side and passes through the east side. See there, from the north to it is blowing to the east side. So that's why this is called northeast monsoon season. In the northeast monsoon season, the daytime temperatures start falling sharply all over the country. And the next one is distribution of rainfall. The average rainfall of India is 118 centimeter. However, spatial distribution of rainfall in the country is highly uneven. The western coast like Assam, South Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, these all are the heavy rainfall areas which get more than 200 centimeter rainfall. So what are the areas gets the heavy rainfall? Yes, the western coast, Assam, South Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, these all are the heavy rainfall areas because these areas gets the 200 centimeter rainfall. That is heavy. Yes or no? Page number 148. The whole of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, western and southwestern parts of Uttar Pradesh, western Madhya Pradesh, the entire Deccan Trap or plateau region east of Western Ghats, except for a narrow strip along Tamil Nadu coast, receive a low rainfall of less than 100 centimeter. So, heavy rainfall areas are given and less rainfall areas also given. The rest of the areas receive rainfall ranging between 100 to 200 centimeter. In between the centimeter, which areas are get the medium rainfall. Okay, not too high or not too less. And the next one is natural vegetation of India. Natural vegetation means இயற்கை தாவரங்கள். What is natural vegetation? Natural vegetation means the plants that have not been grown by humans. The growth of vegetation depends on temperature and moisture. It also depends on factors like slope and thickness of soil. It is categorized into three broad categories: forest, grassland and shrubs. We grow some plants in the house. Yes or no? We cultivate some plants in the house and we cultivate paddy in the fields. Yes or no? But we have to give all the, we have to pour the water and fertilizer. We have to use everything. Yes or no? But when you compare the forest areas, grassland and shrubs, they grow automatically. Yes or no? Without the help of the humans. We don't do anything, but they grow automatically. In the house also you see that some grass will grow. We don't pour the water. Yes or no? And unnecessary plants also will grow around our house. This also grow by their own. Because we don't pour the water, it gets everything from the sand. Okay? This is called the natural vegetation. Example: forest, grassland and shrubs. And some types are there in natural vegetation. We are going to see the types of natural vegetation. First one is tropical evergreen forest. Second one is tropical deciduous forest. Third one is tropical dry forest. Fourth one is mountain or mountain forest. Fifth one is alpine forest. And sixth one is tidal forest. These all forests are the types of natural vegetation. Write these 6 forests in the classwork note fast. Only 2 minutes for this. Complete it. Write it without mistake. One more time. Tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical dry forest, mountain or mountain forest, alpine forest, tidal forest. These all are the types of natural vegetation. Have you written? Write fast. Your handwriting should be very neat. The first we are going to see tropical evergreen forest. When you see the picture, you can understand that. You see that all the area covered by green leaves. Evergreen, always green. Pasumai Mara Kadagal. What are the trees are there in our house? In the summertime, when you see the tree, there will be no leaves on the trees. Yes or no? Because of the season time. But in the evergreen forest, the trees will be always green. The leaves will be always green in the evergreen forest. Pasumai Mara Kadagal. Tropical evergreen forest means Pasumai Mara Kadagal. Book page number 148. These forests are found in areas with 200 centimeter or more annual rainfall. So the heavy rainfall areas, yes or no? Always you know that mountain area they get the heavy rainfall, yes or no? And some places they get the heavy rainfall. Those places only what will be there? Evergreen forest will be there. Okay, and the temperature about more than 22 degrees Celsius, and the average annual humidity exceeds 70% in this region. So what are the places are there in the evergreen forest area? Western Ghats in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Andaman Nicobar Island, Assam, West Bengal, Nagaland, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur and Meghalaya states have this type of forest. Which type of forest? Yes, evergreen forest, always green. And in this area some important trees can grow in this particular forest only. What are the trees? Rubber, mahogany, ebony, rosewood, coconut, bamboo, cinchona, candas, palm, ironwood and cedar. So these types of trees can grow only in the tropical evergreen forest, not in the other places, because apple tree it will not grow in our area. It can grow only in the Jammu Kashmir area because it needs the low temperature, yes or no? So what are the trees can grow in our area? These trees cannot grow in other areas. So you see that Punjab and Haryana, they produce only, they cultivate only wheat, but we cultivate paddy because we have the different weather condition comparing to the Punjab and Haryana. Okay. And the next one is tropical deciduous forest. Second one is tropical deciduous forest. What is the meaning of deciduous? Ilayudir kaadu. Some seasons our trees also they'll shed their leaves completely. No leaves will be there in the tree. So like that in some forest always the trees will shed their leaves, that is called the tropical deciduous forest. Some types of trees only can grow in this area. Okay. So here also rainfall will be 100 to 200 centimeter, but in the evergreen forest the annual rainfall only 200 centimeter, more than 200 centimeter, not less than 200 centimeter, is no? But in the deciduous forest 100 to 200 centimeter. So the tropical deciduous forest also called as monsoon forest. Say all of you, tropical deciduous forest is also called as which forest? Monsoon forest, yes. The annual temperature is 27 degrees Celsius in deciduous forest. In the evergreen forest, the annual temperature 22 degrees Celsius. So deciduous forest it is little higher than the evergreen forest, 27 degrees Celsius. And the humidity also 60 to 70%. But the evergreen forest 70. You have to compare, then only you can study very well. Okay. Then some trees can grow in the deciduous forest like sandalwood, rosewood, husam, moha, palas, haldu, amla, like that. Some trees only can grow in the deciduous forest. Page number 148 it is given under the heading of tropical deciduous forest. And these forests are there in West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana. In Tamil Nadu also some deciduous forests are there. Many forests are there in our Tamil Nadu also. Here also deciduous forests are there. Okay. Then next one is tropical dry forest. See the picture? Everything dried. Is that no? Because yes, no rainfall. Malaye peyile. Is that no? Very less rainfall. நீ இப்போது வீட்டில் வந்து ஒரு செடி வைக்கிற, அதுக்கு வந்து டெய்லி தண்ணி ஊற்றிட்டே இருக்குது. அப்போ அந்த செடி எப்படி இருக்கும்? பசுமையாக இருக்கும். எப்போதுமே இலை எப்படி இருக்கும்? பச்சையாகவே இருக்கும். ஆனால் ஒரு 2 நாள் அந்த செடிக்கு தண்ணி ஊற்றாமல் விட்டுட்டேன்னா அந்த செடி எப்படி இருக்கும்? அப்படியே என்ன செஞ்சிடும், இலை எல்லாம் கீழே விழுந்து அப்படியே ட்ரை ஆகி காஞ்சி போயிடும், அப்படி தானே? அதே போல் தான் எவர்கிரீன் ஃபாரஸ்ட் ஆல்வேஸ் இட் கெட்ஸ் த ரெயின்ஃபால், தட்ஸ் வை ஆல் த லீவ்ஸ் ஆர் green. But the dry forest they get less rainfall, that's why all the plants are very dried areas. Yes or no? The trees also dried. These are found in the areas with 50 to 100 centimeter annual rainfall. In the evergreen forest we have seen the rainfall 200 centimeter, and the deciduous forest rainfall is 100 to 200 centimeter, and the tropical dry forest rainfall is 50 to 100 centimeter. Okay, these type of forest found only in Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, Western Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Eastern Maharashtra, Telangana, West Karnataka and East Tamil Nadu. Which places they don't get the heavy rainfall, those places what will be there? Dry forest will be there. Okay, and in book you see that desert and semi desert vegetation, these are also called as tropical thorn forest. Thorn means what? Mutkadu. Okay, so desert and semi desert vegetation will be there in the tropical dry forest. So these are also called as tropical thorn forest. Okay, and rainfall is less than 50 centimeter. You see the 200 centimeter in evergreen forest, but in the dry forest only 50 centimeter annual rainfall. That's why low humidity will be there and high temperature. This is why the trees cannot grow in these areas, so all the places are dried. Okay, then these types of forest will be there in the Deccan Plateau, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh also. Then the next one is mountain or mountain forest. See there, mountain la இந்த forest la irukku, adha enadhu mountain or mountain forest. Always mountain areas will be cool. Yes or no? So altitude level also will be very high. Book page number 149. These are found on the slopes of the mountains in northeast states. These forests found in the altitude of 1200 to 2400 meter. See the altitude, height is 1200 to 2400 meter height. That's why the temperature will be low, so the trees can grow very easily. Okay, here some types of trees can grow: sal, oak, laurel, amura, chestnut, hinnamam are the main trees found only in this mountain forest. And when it goes to the 2400 to 3600 meter altitude, there also some types of trees can grow: oak, beech, silver, fir, pine, spruce, like these types of plants can grow in this area. And the rainfall of this region is moderate. Moderate means midamana. Yes or no? Not very low, not very high. These forests are found in Jammu and Kashmir. Snowfall will be there in the Jammu and Kashmir. So mountain or mountain forest only will be there in the Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. And the next one is alpine forest. மலை உச்சி காடுகள். அல்பைன் ஃபாரஸ்ட், மலையோட உச்சியில் இருக்கும் இந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட்லாம். அல்பைன் ஃபாரஸ்ட். பேஜ் நம்பர் 151 you see there. It occurs all along the Himalayas. ஹிமாலயாஸில் தான் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குது? மவுண்டைன் ஃபாரஸ்ட், அல்பைன் ஃபாரஸ்ட். Peak of the Himalaya, okay, 2400 meter altitude, what will be there? Alpine forest. Okay, here also some types of trees can grow: oak, silver, fir, pine. Okay, and the next one is tidal forest, alaikadu. These forests occur in and around the deltas, estuaries and creeks prone to tidal influences, and as such are known as the delta or swamp forest. We can say tidal forest as delta forest or swamp forest. Okay, tidal means alaikadu. Okay, tidal means what? Alaigal. These forests made by the tidals. The delta of the Ganga Brahmaputra has the largest tidal forest. What are the rivers has the largest tidal forest? Yes, Ganga and Brahmaputra. These are known as mangrove forest. So tidal forest has three names. One is mangrove forest, another one is delta forest or swamp forest. Tidal forest, delta forest. Listen very carefully. Write down in the classwork note what are the important points we have told you. You have to write them in the classwork note. Okay. Tidal forest and delta forest, swamp forest and mangrove forest. If you have any doubt in the spelling, you can see the book page number 151. See there, look at the map. When you see the map, you see there the green color in the right side. It starts from Arunachal Pradesh. The light green is that these areas are mountain forest. Okay, sorry, tropical evergreen forest. The green is tropical evergreen forest from Arunachal Pradesh, Himalaya this side, and our area also here. You see there in Kerala. These are the areas mountain forest. And in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, mountain forest, the ash color. Okay. And mangrove forest, tropical dry forest, all the types of forest are there in our India. Page number 149. When you see the map, you can understand that you have to practice every day natural vegetation of India map. Okay. So the maps are given. What are the maps are given? Already you have completed southwest monsoon, north east monsoon also you have to take practice every day. Okay. Yesterday homework was southwest monsoon practice. Yes or no? Today homework you have to add the north east monsoon. Practice 3 times and without copying you have to draw 2 times. Okay, 5 maps you should have. So you have to buy more maps and keep them with the books, social. Got it? And the next one is wildlife. What is wildlife? The term wildlife includes animals of any habitat in nature. Wild animal and domestic animal we have studied in the UKG itself. Yes or no? So some animals they live only in the forest area. Yes or no? Forest. The term wildlife includes animals of any habitat in nature. Wild animals are non-domesticated animals and include both vertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, and invertebrates or bees, butterflies, moths. India has a rich and diversified wildlife. The Indian fauna consists of about 81,251 species of animals out of the world's total of about 1.5 million species. Overall world 1.5 million species are there. But in our India only 81,251 species of animals are there. Okay. And our country is one of the home of tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, pythons, wolves, foxes, bears, crocodiles, rhinoceros, camels, wild dogs, monkeys, snakes, antelope species, deer species, varieties of bison, and the mighty Asian elephant. These all are there in our country. Many types of animals are there in our country. You know that many types of forest are there. In that forest, many types of animals are there. So, our India, our country has made the Indian Board for Wildlife to protect the animals. Yes or no? Yes. Because if we don't protect the animals, we will go to the forest, is no, and we will get what is that? We will hunt everything. Now also some people they are hunting, but this is crime, is no kutram. So to protect the animals, our India has made the Indian Board for Wildlife. It was constituted in 1952 to suggest means of production, conservation and management of wildlife through the government. To preserve the country's rich and diverse wildlife, a network of 102 national parks. Have you seen parks? Yes. In park what will be there? Yes, types of animals, types of many types of birds, everything will be there. Is or no? Have you seen? Yes, everybody. And 515 wildlife sanctuaries across the country have been created. So to protect our animals, our Indian country, they have made many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. And the next one is biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves are protected areas of land coastal environments. The Indian government has established 18 biosphere reserves. So, how many national parks are there in our country? Yes, 102. How many wildlife sanctuaries are there in our country? 515. How many biosphere reserves are there in our country? Yes, 18. You have to memorize it, okay? 102 national parks, 515 wildlife sanctuaries and 18 biosphere reserves. Okay. Have you understood everything? Okay. Today we have seen the seasons. Yes or no? What are the types of seasons? Winter season, summer season, southwest monsoon or rainy season, northeast monsoon season. Yes or no? Then we have seen the natural vegetation. Under the natural vegetation we have seen about the types of forest. Tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical dry forest, alpine forest and tidal forest. Then we have seen about the wildlife and how they protect the animals and the biosphere resource. Is or no? Okay. Book page number 151. The summary is given. Climate of India is labeled as tropical monsoon type. There are 4 seasons in India. What are they? Winter season, hot weather, southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon. Natural vegetation refers to a plant community unaffected by man either directly or indirectly. Natural vegetation can be classified as tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical dry forest, desert and semi-desert vegetation, mountain forest, alpine forest, tidal forest. Okay. Then biosphere reserves are protected areas of land coastal environment whereby people are an integral component of a system. Okay. Okay. Now take your classwork note. Have you completed your classwork? The day itself you have to complete your classwork. Yesterday we have completed 3 short answers. Today we are going to see 4th, 5th and 6th short answers. Okay, write the question. Write a short note on monsoon wind. Write fast. Only 2 minutes for each question. You have to complete it fast. Write fast. The most dominant factor which affect the climate of India is the monsoon winds. These are seasonal reversal winds and India remains in the influence of these regions for a considerable part of a year. You should not make any mistakes. Have you written? Then the fifth question is, name the 4 distinct seasons of India. Name the 4 distinct seasons of India. Write fast. First one is winter season, January to February. Your handwriting should be neat. Summer season, March to May. Southwest season, June to September. Northeast monsoon season, October to December. If you have not written page number 146, seasons, under the seasons heading, there are 4 types of seasons, mark it and write. And the 6th one is, what is burst of monsoon? Book page number 147, first column, first para, third line. Let's start. The sudden approach of monsoon wind over South India with lightning and thunder is termed as the break or burst of monsoon. Page number 147, first column, under the map of southwest monsoon, third line, it start till monsoon. Complete your classwork. So already you have completed 3. So together you have to write with that 6 short answers you have completed. Then the homework is fill in the blanks. You have to find the answer from the book. This is not your book back one words. The interior one words are given. You have to find the answer from the book. Thunder showers are also called as dash. Nor'westers are also called as dash. Write very fast. Homework is very important. Write the date and finish the homework and send it. Assignment work will be given tomorrow. Okay. Third one is, dash monsoon is the most significant feature of the Indian climate. Dash monsoon is the most significant feature of the Indian climate. Fourth one is, the heaviest rainfall caused at Mauve syndrome located in dash. The heaviest rainfall caused at Mauve syndrome located in dash. Northeast monsoon is known as dash monsoon. Northeast monsoon is known as dash monsoon. Have you written the homework? Yes. Tomorrow we will see the next lesson. Before that you have to finish all the question answers. Get the guide. Okay, it will be, announcement will be given about the guide. There are 9 questions and 3 give reasons, 2 detail. And what are the places are in the already you have practiced southwest monsoon yesterday's. Today you have to practice northeast monsoon with the homework you have to keep pin it. Okay, with this homework you have to pin the northeast monsoon. Don't copy and write. 3 times you have to see and draw, and the 4th and 5th time without copying you have to draw. Got it? Okay, finish your homework, classwork and everything. Study well.